A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Burrow will throw. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And no, they don't get it. Incomplete. And now they really have to be second-guessing themselves. Could have had the lead here in the 4th. Instead, we stay tied. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This offense returning out there, and really you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Play action now, Prescott. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 61 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he whips that one incomplete there.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
On play action, Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The end result, 21 yards. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And that's Elliott, complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Prescott on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And he is into the end zone. The conversion attempt is good, and that'll give him an 8-point lead here in the fourth. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Dak. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Prescott. Able to find Gallup. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Dak. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Here's Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw, Prescott. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
11.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now it's Burrow. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So it'll be the Bengals with the football here to start the overtime session as the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. You think back to halftime, they were close to being written off. They faced the deficit, and now here as we begin overtime, they're one drive away from a comeback victory.
Think about where they started and how far they've come back from. And, look, you and I both know that when we talk with coaches, most of the time they don't say that momentum is something that factors into how they coach a ball game, because they say each game is its own entity. But within a game, I think they all believe in momentum, and they certainly have it going in their direction right now.
11.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? Or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked on all the way through that's going to give you the play we saw to win the game? Because I know everyone's thinking that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
And they're going to get the two-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmaker. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. 4 yards there on the touchdown run. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the two-point try. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal, elect to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was, and as dramatic an ending as we had, the post-game press conference is going to be key, because they're going to be asking Coach, why not a field goal attempt there? You got an opportunity to win it right there with your guy, and instead you run another play.
Yeah, we might need to stop by that press conference on our way out the back door here.
Yeah, just slow down the plane for us, all right? We got to get an answer before we go.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do.